This is a recap of our production curriculum project with Rashaun Chandler. Initiated with funding from the Cumberland County Cultural and Heritage Commission, this curriculum is designed to give Bridgeton area youth hands-on experience in media production, from planning and recording to editing and publishing. So the first thing that we did was have a meeting with Rashaun to go through the list of approved topics. We chose a topic. So once Rashaun and I arrive at a topic, I'll go ahead and start building out a folders structure for the project, keep my meetings with Rashaun to start building notes and management docs. We then had to coordinate with Meg, Rashaun, with Diane Rogers from the Riverside Renaissance Center for the Arts in Millville. And we got everybody together for a recording. And you can see the fruits of that recording in the full episode. That's at the link either above or below this video, depending on where you're watching it. And once we did the recording, the first thing I did was upload the video to Riverside and let Riverside cut out all the ums and dead spaces in the video. And then I saved it. And then I loaded that audio from that saved video into Auphonic for audio processing to clean it up. And then ultimately I'll move both of those files into another software called Veed.io. That's an online application for video editing. That's Veed.io. And there I'll bring in the video without the ums and dead space. I'll mute the sound. I'll take the version of audio downloaded from Auphonic that has been all cleaned up. I'll match that up with the video in Veed, where I'm going to do all the editing with intros and outros and music and branding for the podcast or advertisers or whatever production you're working on. And so far we've used an iPhone and lapel mics. We've saved the video into Dropbox. We've gone from Dropbox into Riverside FM to get rid of ums. And then we saved that, put the audio from that product into Auphonic, which is an online product, Auphonic, to do audio cleanup and spit out a final audio that's at a certain level that we use for all our podcasts. We've taken it from there and uploaded both the video that we saved from Riverside FM and the audio that came from Riverside FM that we loaded into Auphonic, and we made them up in Veed, Veed.io, with intros and outros and music and brand. When we save the finished product in Veed.io, it'll go into the Dropbox project folder. And then the finished product now back into Riverside FM. So why would you upload it to Riverside? Because Riverside generates summaries and transcripts. And since we didn't record this with Riverside, we just uploaded it. Look how easy it is to generate show notes. So you just hit generate show notes and boom, you get keywords, you get a summary, you get takeaways, you get suggested titles, you get sound bites, you get all the chapters. So when you load this cut and paste into YouTube, for example, these chapter marks actually become links and chapter marks in the video screen. When you load this into YouTube, what you'll want to do is just take these keywords, literally just copy and paste the keywords from Riverside into your video post where it gives you options to tag this individual video. And then I might add to it. But it's really cool that you can start with, 8, 10, 12, 15 tags that you didn't even have to think about, not to mention the summary, takeaways, titles. So this is also the text you'll use for the body of the post in YouTube or wherever you're posting the video. Once you've got it on Spotify, it goes out to other apps and players. Spotify handles that syndication for us. And then we'll schedule the YouTube video usually for the next day or the day after, because it's cool to give your YouTube subscribers a notification, let them say, yes, I want to watch this, and they'll get alerts about the video. If you say, hey, tomorrow at 7 p.m., if you want to watch this about history or art or a local quilting club, it's going to be 7 p.m. So, and it's always showing up in their YouTube feed between now and 7 p.m. tomorrow. So we schedule that ahead. Then finally, in terms of posting the video, once it goes out to Spotify, you'll then want to jump over to your podcast website and make sure that the video and the audio and all the episode information posts to your podcast website. So in this example, we've got the Bridgeton Beacon, and this is, what it looks like when everything posts to the website. It carries over the information that we posted to Spotify. So this becomes one of the syndication points. Although we will jump in here, and as you can see, I added artwork. And then here is the transcript text, the entire conversation that was had. So finished product with young Squire Rashaun Chandler at the Riverside Renaissance Center for the Arts with Meg Horner. But more importantly, and this is one example, it could have gone any direction at any of these steps based on the environment or the type of conversation we were going to have, where it would drastically change the technology used. But this was a workflow example based on this specific Riverside Renaissance Center for the Arts production with Rashaun and Meg and Diane from the Riverside Renaissance Center. But you can see how many steps it takes and how much back and forth between different pieces of technology. In this instance, this is a handful of different pieces of technology to expose Rashaun to, or anyone who watches this video, or anyone who works on the next project with us, to see where at the different places in this decision tree you need to decide to use software X, Y, or Z. And usually that decision is based on what's going to be the, dare I say, easiest / most efficient workflow. And that lets a nonprofit like the Bridgeton Beacon or any small business do 5 videos for the effort of what you might only get 1 or 2 videos out if you make the wrong decision at 1 or 2 of these places in your decision tree. And this is how it worked out with Rashaun. It was great. We're very pleased. Rashaun had a good time. His mother enjoyed the process. Diane Rogers and the Riverside Renaissance Center for the Arts will be getting post after post of promotion through the Beacon and the Beacon social channels as we sort of trickle out all the highlight clips from this 39 or 40-minute video, which I think there was 15 or 12 little pieces where we highlight the 3 different galleries within the Riverside Renaissance Center. So great bang for the buck for the South Jersey art community, knocking out 3 different features in this single production effort. And we now have a framework to bring collaborators or specifically local youth through in terms of a production process decision tree that could apply to all sorts of recording environments or situations. So thank you very much. This was great. Rashaun, thank you. Meg, thank you. Diane, thank you. And we hope to have another example soon.